TIFU by buying everyone an Ancestry DNA kit and ruining Christmas. Earlier this year, Ancestry DNA had a sale on their kit. I thought it would be a great gift idea, so I bought 6 of them for Christmas presents. Today my family got together to exchange presents for our Christmas Eve tradition, and I gave my mom, dad, brother, and 2 sisters each a kit. As soon as everyone opened their gift at the same time, my mom started freaking out. She told us how she didn't want us taking them because they had unsafe chemicals. We explained to her how there were actually no chemicals, but we could tell she was still flustered. Later she started trying to convince us that only one of us kids need to take it since we will all have the same results and to resell extra kits to save money. Fast forward, our parents have been fighting upstairs for the past hour, and we are downstairs trying to figure out who has a different dad. I bought everyone in my family Ancestry DNA kit for Christmas. My mom started freaking. Now our parents are fighting and my dad might not be my dad. Update: thank you so much for all the love and support. My sisters, brother and I have not yet decided yet if we are going to take the test. No matter what the results are, we will still love each other, and our parents no matter what. Update 2, Christmas isn't ruined. My FU actually turned into a Christmas miracle. Turns out my sister's father passed away shortly after she was born. A good friend of my mom's was able to help her through the darkest time in her life, and they went on to fall in love and create the rest of our family. They never told us because of how hard it was for my mom. Last night she was strong enough to share stories and photos with us for the first time, and it truly brought us even closer together as a family. This is a Christmas we will never forget. And yes, we are all excited to get our test results. Merry Christmas everyone. P.S. Sorry my mom isn't a whore. No, you're not my daddy. Now here are some of the top comments. Similar thing happened to a kid in my school. Middle school science class, they start talking about blood types. A kid asks how he has this blood type while his parents have these. I can't remember them exactly, but they didn't match. Science teacher, without thinking, says that means your daddy isn't really your daddy. Turns out he was very correct. I had the opposite thing happen. I did 23andMe and found out that my first cousins, who I'm not close with, they were estranged for a long time from my dad's brother, also had done 23andMe because it matched us as first cousins. I told my dad this and he was like, wait, it said that Karen is your first cousin? And I was like, yeah? And he asked to see it and then he said, I have to call my brother. Turned out that my uncle has been convinced for decades that his ex-wife had an affair and his youngest daughter, Karen, wasn't really his. Turns out she has been this whole time. My father also used the Ancestry DNA kit. He didn't find anything unusual in the results, exactly what he thought it would be. But something weird did happen after he checked the box to allow close matches to contact him. Well, soon after he gets contacted by a woman he had never met who lives over 1,000 miles away from him, saying that Ancestry told her that the 2 of them are cousins. Genealogical records show no relation, but she told my dad that of her 3 siblings, only one of them had the expected ancestry report. Their parents were no longer living, so no one to ask. Anyway, upon further conversation, my dad finds out that when this woman was born, she lived in the same city as most of my dad's family. So he asks her to send him a picture, and he swears, it's Uncle Louis in a wig. This actually just happened to some non-direct relatives of mine, essentially my uncle's in-laws. His brother-in-law and the wife have 3 kids who all did 23andMe, and found out the oldest girl is not his daughter, but some other guy that his wife slept with early on in their marriage, got pregnant and thought she'd be able to hide it forever. The daughter's like 32 now, so they didn't have at-home DNA tests back then and she probably never foresaw that being a thing. Long story short, we kind of always knew because she didn't look like anyone else in that family, but when they found out they all flipped on their mom about it and now the parents are getting divorced. Merry fucking Christmas. Love the mental image of all the kids in various states of inebriation sitting in a circle playing Guess the Bastard. Look at this guy. Look at that fucking nose. You see the rest of us with that nose? These tests are wild. I have uncovered so many skeletons, it's unreal. The person I thought was my bio-grandpa was not, which means my mom died never knowing he wasn't her father. I found a sister that was adopted before me that I thought I'd never find, and now I'm trying to track down my birth father. This sounds like those cheesy TV ads. Have a normal live 3? Don't have any juicy dramas? Tired of boring family gatherings? Well then use flex tape. DNA test kit. Slap your spit in this tube and find out just how much of a whore your grandma was. Cute to badly acted kid. Wow. Grandma sure did got around. I have 16 new uncles. Thanks DNA kit. Thanks for listening to UDAY. Hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell for daily updates. Let us know what you think and or suggest new topics in the comments.